Okay, so what do you boys say we do the old-fashioned, the latest craze that's hitting the podcast streets? It's called
heroin.
Not heroin. Make a sentence one word at a time. Ace, you start.
Heroin
is
tasty
in
Detroit
suburbs
because
it
exudes
Reaganomics.
All right, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm here with the multi-talented Ace D Wizard and the somewhat disturbing WareWolfBarmitzvah. Here for more tales, and I believe the prompts this time around were ants/ants with the AUNT as in my father's sister,
or your mother's sister.
Either way,
#feminism,
and Quagmires. And also fundraisers. Did you put a fundraiser in your story?
In a roundabout way.
Okay, perfect. Hey, how is everybody doing today?
I'm doing all right. I've been the slow wheel of the 9-to-5 job is slowly grating on your soul.
Mm-hmm.
That's everyone, you know. As I was saying before the record, we all have our Conan pain wheels to bear.
That's true.
But I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I've also been playing a lot of Balatro, and those are good video games. Very different video games, but very good.
Nice.
Yeah, my roommate is actually playing through the second one, Rebirth. And boy, let me tell you, they completely changed systems between those two games.
Oh shit, really?
They are 100% different, yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing. Like, you don't want the same game again.
Well, yeah, but, I guess when it's like an adaptation of Final Fantasy VII, right? It's just different when, like, you're like, alright, Disc 1, Midgard. Right? And then you're like, Disc 2, and you're like, oh, there's an open world segment now. I'm collecting all these materials.
We're crafting.
There is an honest-to-God crafting system in that game.
Are we mining as well?
Your chocobo can, like, dig for stuff. That's cool.
Okay, so...
Yeah, but
that's great. That's great. We have Minecraft elements. Is Herobrine in the game yet?
I can only hope
the DLC.
So. But,
it's in there somewhere.
So, also, too, like, there's, like, cool team-up attacks in that game that are, like, mini-limits, right? And I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I love a good team-up attack.
Didn't Chrono Trigger do it first?
Probably. Chrono Trigger did a lot of shit first, like, New Game Plus.
That was the first game to do that?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so. Yeah, Mario Brothers had that in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, true.
Chronologically.
Oh,
hey!
Oh, there he is. The wordsmith himself.
That's why we pay you the big podcasting dollars.
That's right, yeah.
It's fucking Monopoly money. We got fucking Fable and Folly fun bucks.
That's what I burn to keep warm at night.
Yeah. I hear if you get 500,000 of them, you can get one of those little spider rings.
That's really what it feels like.
Biting the hand that feeds. All right.
Anyway... We have stories today of ants and quagmires. Does anyone particularly want to go first? Or are we drawing straws? Alright. Werewolf, are you ready? Wolfjob, are you ready to read your story?
I am ready. Get ready for this Wolfjob.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Oh boy.
You guys are gonna be Wolfjobbed into delight. So here's some things in case someone hasn't heard the first story to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. This is continuing on about the man who assassinated the mob boss Fat B, and has now fled to the city of Yonkers in a different dimension, and he is feeling intense fuchsia rage about it, so he had to squimp a ham bone into his buttocks in order to return him to normal. That all makes sense, right?
Hey, was any of that real words?
Well, squimping was, yeah.
Squimping
that
is a real
was
word.
Squimping was real?
I got an email from Webster the other day. Yeah, we're good to go. It'll be in the next issue of the fucking dictionary.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
we've all confirmed that squimping is real. Don't worry.
all right.
Confirmed.
Okay, here we go. Oh, and he is being confronted by a maid. That's where we're starting off, in a hotel that is from the Fat Bee criminal organization.
Oh, I wonder if they're a maid.
Damn you. Okay. The maid ejaculated her murder flange from her truncheon coat and charged full screed ahead, screaming the canonical war cry of the Fat Bee Crime Syndicate Organization Association Incorporated.
I love how they're an incorporation, too. They're a corporation. They're a criminal organization, and also...
I mean, there is a biting commentary on that, honestly.
There's some commentary there.
I forgot to add they are also a limited liability corporation in the state.
They're
yeah.
LLC, of course they are.
Yeah.
Do they contribute to my 401k?
You can actually buy stock in them.
Ooh.
Yeah. The war cry was, "I'm your aunt!" But as she swung the flange down at Frank, a flying saucer smashed through the roof of the motel, blowing Frank back and liquefying the maid and converting the motel room's contents into a hailstorm of debris that spewed into the parking lot. Holy shit! I am an extremely lucky person at the current moment in this time at the place where I am now, Frank exclaimed. Learn to summarize, you pimply, garbage-faced Nad Squimper! Someone yelled over the fence.
Squimper.
Someone yelled at him from over the wall of the parking lot. Frank knew things were going to be okay at that moment.
And I wonder if they were walking there.
Hey, I'm walking here!
Because they lived in Yonkers, they were always walking there.
Ah, of course.
But things were definitely not going to be okay in the immediate future that Frank was witnessing, and he was definitely not going to be an extremely lucky person at the current moment in this time at the place where he was in the present that he was experiencing at that location in that instance during that moment in which it was being processed by him into an understanding of a period that was passing by his brain, which was having an experience.
Damn, word count king over here. Holy shit.
Wait, hold on. What was that experience, though?
Didn't you get it, Ace? It's perfect. It was crystal clear the way he said it.
Yes, of course. I'm the moron.
The experience of processing the time that was being a moment.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Happy to clarify. Because as the car-sized saucer hissed and ticked, its engine cooling and its shielded metal surface crisping the concrete contents it had blasted forth, the cracked dome in the center unsealed. A hiss of steam escaped the threshold of the metal and glass as the dome attempted to unhinge itself and reveal its pilot. But before it could complete its sequence, a rubber-gloved fist punched it upward. From within the burning wreckage, humanoid appendages covered in singed yellow rubber and a sky-blue spacesuit, ripped and charred, emerged. The single gangly occupant's haystock hair bobbed wildly as he stumbled down out of the saucer and hacked, struggling for breath, through the smoky wreckage. And I have to close my door because my cat is yelling at me.
Yeah, as cats do.
I have a Siamese who wants to tell me about every wall in my house all of the time.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. What the hell is going on? Frank said, as he finally stood up from the chair in which he had fully unsquimped his ham bone. The spacer lifted his head and wiped away the ash from his face, revealing a black visor latched to his eyes, creating two white panels that focused in on Frank. Is your name No Sheet? I mean, yes, but in this story I'm going by fourth wall reference. I'm in the right place. What? Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy, the spacer said, and pulled a narrow metallic weapon from his waistband. It sported a small radar dish on the tip of it, with 3 prongs aligning behind the dish, and a red ball centered at the tip of the weapon. Spiff lands in the parking lot of a motel, crushing a deadly assassin in the process. Is that some sort of ray gun? Spiff charges up his atomic napalm neutralizer. That sounds like it'll kill me, Frank said. Don't worry, bud. I'm going to get you out of here. It seems like you're going to kill me, Frank repeated. But before he could move this thought along any further, the ray gun fired. And No woke up. Sirens blared as No Sheet tried to get himself free from the secure metal clamps in place. A blob monster sloshed forward on the other side of the torture chamber, drenched in red flashing lights, screaming something in an indecipherable language. But in the restraint panel next to him, the spacer from No's dream was already free and moving toward the blob. He was holding a sparking cable in one of his hands, his yellow rubber gloves gripping it tight as he squimped it into the blob's lower orifice, a ruthless grin of bared teeth on the spacer's visored face. See, now you don't even notice it. Squimping is a real word.
Cannon.
Proved.
Cannon. Yonkers cannon.
The blob let out a horrible scream as it fried and congealed into a black charred paste. Looks like Spiff gets the upper hand, the spacer said, turning back to No as the blob creature's last dying scream sputtered out of the collapsing organic flan. Spaceman Spiff? No screamed, instantly recognizing the insane adventurer's face from 600 Wanted posters. That's right, baby, Spiff replied, and I didn't even have to use my death ray Zorcher. Who sent you? How long have they had me under? The intrepid Spiff ignores the idiot's questions and unlocks his restraints, Spiff self-narrated.
You know Spaceman Spiff is cool because he talks in the third person.
Hell
He
yeah.
kills blob monsters. Let's get it straight. Blob monsters, they're not people. Come on.
Damn! Holy shit, I'm canceling you on my Twitter.com right
I
now!
am an extremely anti-blob person.
I respect your opinion.
Whoa!
Controversial stance, but I'm going to stand by it.
I've never heard something so offensive but so true.
Blob
at the same
persons aren't persons.
All right, let's
That's the bumper sticker that I have on my 1992 Toyota Corolla.
time.
So, slowly this podcast is gonna shift to Joe Rogan. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the blob people and the reptile people. Anyway, No's restraints unlocked as Spiff worked the console, but No hesitated. I don't know if No started. The daring Spiff grabbed No, Spiff said as he yanked No forward and thrust the scrawny bureaucrat out of the torture chamber doors, and gracefully unlocked the doors with the keycard he had swiped earlier. As they moved into the corridor, the red lights continued to flash, and No was confronted by 2 large green centipedal predators wielding slender volt prods. Just before they reached No's body, Spiff slammed No into the corridor wall and emerged from behind him, grabbing one of the prods just above the handle and turning it on the other prod wielder. The second centipede screamed as the first, whose prod Spiff had grabbed, turned on him and tried to thrust Spiff's neck into one of his claws. Spiff twisted his wrist and a narrow metal band emerged from within the yellow rubber. The band sprayed the centipede's gripping claw with a liquid that began to disintegrate the carapace and sent the centipede sprawling back, screaming in agony as it watched its own body begin to boil into a frothy quagmire of charred gel.
Yeah, there's our prompt.
There we go.
Ding.
Ding! Spiff deftly escapes peril at the hands of the mighty Ongards and gives them a taste of their own medicine. That really hurt, No complained, and as he struggled to his feet, recovering against the wall. Spiff slammed No against the wall again. What the hell was that for? Spiff gets a cheap thrill from slamming his own bounty against the wall, but he keeps going, Spiff said, still not looking at No, still smiling wide, still wielding the confiscated volt prod. Centipedes and blobs poured out of the doors and around corners and out of elevators as Spiff dragged the screaming No through the siren-filled ship. All the while, an alien voice recounted a message with one variable changing approximately every minute. I really feel like that's a countdown, No said in a quiet moment they spent in the elevator. Spiff may have set the self-destruct mechanism, Spiff said. Spiff what? No replied, but Spiff's still going to kill the bridge crew anyway. Oh, that's a bad thing you said. Spiff raised a weapon No did not see him pick up earlier. It was a ray gun. Not exactly the one he had in No's Yonkers dream, but something closer to a standard issue weapon native to the ship. Spiff turned towards No. He was still smiling. The fearsome spaceman Spiff remembers these bastards from Korok. Now Spiff is going to get justice. Up close and personal.
You're crazy for this one, Spiff.
Anyway. That's
Goddamn, Spiff, never change.
that's in the text. The rest of it is just music. It's just do. Anyway. The elevator opened to the bridge, and Spiff kicked No in the crotch, sending his bounty to the down for the count. Squimping on the floor as Spiff launched forward into the room. Above No, the elevator wall was pummeled with laser and ray gun fire. No moaned in pain as he watched the psychopath tear through the room, rolling and dodging between exchanges of energy weaponry. Centipedes were lacerated in half and blobs were turned into baked goods as the lapping tongues of laser fire licked the room. A part of the view screen window exploded as Spiff's weapon hit a nearby pipe that was placed by a contractor who had clearly watched too much sci-fi action. And half the crew was sucked into the vacuum of space before a force field activated. Spiff dropped down into the middle of the room as the remaining living blob creature rushed towards the elevator. No scrambled back against the wall as the blob extended gelatinous tentacles and wrapped the bounty up in them. Spiff, you hit me with that thing and you vaporize him along with me, the blob said in surprisingly good English.
Whoa.
Spiff tries to translate, but doesn't understand, Spiff says. You definitely understand, the alien and No screamed at the same time. Spiff fired.
Spiff only speaks one language. Violence.
Spiff only speaks his self-narration.
Oh, yeah, also that.
If you are not part of the narrative, it does not matter.
Damn.
The alien screamed as No felt the globular body begin to harden and burn around him, as No clenched his eyes closed and braced for the scorching heat that would turn him into a rotting, viscous mass of bones, meat, and pus. The process stopped, and the frying blob started to harden. A numbing cold enclosed on the bureaucrat, gritting his teeth, and then the yellow-gloved hand of his rescuer ripped through the gelatin tomb. Spiff yanked No out of the shell, and the blob cracked open. No looked overhead to see the foam drenching both of them from the fire suppression system. The elevator was in transit toward the hangar bay. Spiff wasn't even looking at him. Spiff heads towards his spacecraft, not even needing to be thanked, Spiff said as the countdown began to narrow to what No could only surmise was seconds. Needing to be thanked? You just murdered a bunch of people and almost got me killed doing it. I mean, I don't know who these people are, and I'm sure I wouldn't love that they had me in some sort of weird, absurdist dreamscape torture, but oh my flark, you just did a lot of killing on what was supposed to be a rescue mission. The doors opened to the hangar bay, and Spiff's hand was already grabbing No's collar to pull him forward. Spiff knows, Spiff was saying, as he walked through the volley of energy weapons fire, barely missing him and No, that the people he rescues are always grateful. That the people he rescues are always grateful, even if they don't say it. Grateful? Don't you realize how dangerous this is? If one of these hits me, the incredible spaceman Spiff doesn't even know what dangerous means, Spiff replied as they reached his ship. No turned to see a red-finned saucer with a glass cockpit, dome-shaped similar to the one that had landed in the dream. A quarter of the lower saucer dish dropped down and revealed a metal lift that would fit both of them. Spiff pushed No inside and pulled a metal ball off his utility belt. He tossed it into the hangar as the lift shot them up into Spiff's ship. As Spiff spun up the electronics and the ship hummed to life, No watched the metal ball roll into the crowd of approaching assailants and electrocute them all. As the next wave of crew moved in to continue the onslaught, the ball exploded. The saucer was up and away as the countdown became a second by second, and flames began to fill the hangar bay. Emerging into the vacuum of space, Biff's red saucer rode a torrent of fire. Noah watched the Reaver looking over his shoulder with that cold grin as the alien ship behind them collapsed into its own singularity, the flames resolving into a white pin of light that morphed into a spectrum of color and then flashed, revealing a huge blob of white which seemed to expand endlessly. Spiff's saucer pushed forward at the edge of the radial balloon of light, and when Noah turned around to look where the ship was going, the stars had begun to slur into trails of light before they entered hyperspace. Spiff turned to Noah as the ship broke through the light speed barrier and dropped into subspace. Spaceman Spiff is late to a fundraiser.
Damn. Man, Kelvin got dark.
God damn, yeah, holy shit.
So totally logical continuation from the story last week.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, of course.
I love how coherent all of this has been so far.
Listen, listen, it was all a dream. He used to read Word Up magazine. It works out.
Exactly. Then the third one, he wakes up. It's another dream. He's back in fucking Yonkers.
I think we're going to keep going with Spaceman Spiff, honestly.
Spaceman Spiff is the character we all aspire to be like.
Absolutely.
For some reason, on the plane back to California, I was sitting there and I had like a spine-tinglingly hilarious but awesome vision of a Spaceman Spiff series that was overly gritty but still like Ray Punk at the same time. And so I was like, how do I pursue that? Oh yeah, I'll just sabotage Yonkers and turn that into it.
Nice.
That's a brilliant idea. I like what the direction
Thanks.
you're taking with it.
I generally have not found I haven't found a foothold into it. And this is the first time that I've been like, let's go try to explore that. So we're going to see where this goes. But it's going to be really violent. That's what I've decided.
Awesome.
No, that's a great plan. I'm like you're if I know you for one thing, Werewolf, it's that you have very wholesome stories. So I'm glad that you're finally departing from that and trying some new avenues.
No, none of my other stories are continuously and perpetually violent and constantly trying to rip apart your psyche. That's definitely not my style at all.
Absolutely not. No way, no how.
No, you write about like ponies and stuff, right?
Right, mostly, yeah. I write about ponies negotiating peace treaties with other ponies.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's my story. Thanks, guys.
All right. Wonderful story.
All right.
All right, Ace, do you wanna take the mantle here? I call last.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. My story is called "Scratching the Witch," a story of Quagmires and ants/aunts by Ace D Wizard. Last time on the Jatzelborn Chronicles Gaiden. Damn it, Maximum Danger! If it weren't for the police union, I'd have your badge, your gun, and that sweet ass of yours. The commish was beet red. His anger wouldn't be good for his blood pressure. But you're the best damn cop on the force, with those smoldering eyes. Commish? The elven man, with a good mullet and a bad attitude, lowered his aviator sunglasses. Can we get to my case? He was leaning back in his chair and had his feet on his boss's desk. He took a long drag of his cigarette. He was one cool customer, and brother, you better hope he doesn't ask for the manager.
Doesn't have the right haircut for that.
Yeah. Damn it, Danger! I was daydreaming about running away to Fantasy Boca Raton! The commissioner shook his head, his jowls flapping about. Anyways, he anywayed. The mayor's been in my ass, and not in the fun way, about that shipment of 800 fantasy kilos of moon's dust. We need to seize that so we can distribute it to low-income, gnomish neighborhoods and use that money to buy a new coffee maker. Now you're the best cop on the force, with a jawline that can cut sheet metal and arms that when they wrap around you, you actually believe that things will be okay. But you're too damn reckless. You're a maximum danger to everybody, which is why I'm assigning you a partner for this case. I don't do partners, commish. The elf put out a cigarette on the commissioner's dark oak desk. You do this time if you know what's good for you. The commish raised his voice from an 8 to an 11. Orksky, get in here! A large orc man made his way into the office. He looked like a dweeb in a tweed jacket and thick glasses. You called for me, Commissioner Commish?
That's his name.
Meet your new partner, Maximum Danger. Danger, this is Orksky Hutch. Your partners. Now get out of my sight. Orksky extended his hand. I hope we can get this case done swiftly and by the book. Danger shoulder-checked him as he made his way out of the commissioner's office. Let's go, Rook. We have streets to clean. Rook, but I'm getting too old for this shit, though. And now for the continuation of the Jatzelborn Chronicles Gaiden. And the Froggy Fog Swamps off the Swanson Quagmire.
Okay, there we are. There's Quagmire.
Right, totally just picking right up there.
Yeah. The spookiest of Jatzel's provinces, there lived a witch whom the local villagers say that if you are in desperate need of an elixir to cure an ailing loved one, or if you need a spell to make someone want to go to prom with you, to go to someone else, because she kinda sucks. It was about 2 p.m. when Belle Galora stirred awake. Her boobs were totally out, and yours would be too if you lived in this muggy-ass swamp like this. She conjured a cup of coffee and consulted her zoo animal-themed tarot deck. Alright, what do you got for me today? She flipped over one of the cards. The Lovers, reversed. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Temperance, reversed. Yeah, obviously. Come on, have you met me? Getting bitches, reversed. Hey, fuck you, buddy. What do you know anyways? Plus, you already did that gag with the Lovers. A rogue breeze flipped over one last card. The World, upright. Belle Galoro rolled her eyes. Well, regardless of what 78 pieces of cardstock have to say, I'm gonna have a really good day, because I'm gonna spend it naked and jorking it. And nothing the universe can do will change that. She picked up her robe off the floor. It was a simple little number that accentuated the right curves in the right places. It was tight, but not overly so. In retrospect, it was probably her approach that needed some work, rather than her presentation. Did girls not like the line, "Hey girl, do you want to see my other magic wand?" Then throwing yourself on the ground and going, "Please, please, 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 please!"
I'll give you 20 US American dollars, please.
Weird. Regardless, she ran the robe under the sink and hung it to dry outside. Then made her way back to her bed, reaching underneath and grabbing Old Reliable, an old copy of Play Wizard magazine.
Play Wizard?
I was considering Play Wiz, but then I was like, yeah, but that's... I don't want people to think that it's like pish fetish.
I don't know, maybe this witch is into some fucking weird shit.
I don't know.
She's loving squimping and whiz and all these other things.
Heyo. There was a centerfold with Linka the Barbarian. God's what she wouldn't give to test the limit of her 12 hit points per level, if you know what I'm saying.
Sex? Orgasms?
I'm talking about sex, to be clear.
Oh, now I get it.
V's and vajayjays?
Yeah. Right when she was about to get her...
Vajayjays and vajayjays?
Whoa? Well, it would be more like
triple vajayjays? Sorry, go ahead.
Right when she was about to get her mana well flowing, 10 rounds to Mars's This Is Rolling Initiative started playing. Fuck, this better be important. I don't have the patience for edge play, she said to no one, because this is the kind of behavior you get up to when you live alone. She scrambled around for the source of the sound. Her orb was going off. It displayed a message clear as day, and the witch's heart sank. Lunch with Aunt Gertruda cannot reschedule.
Womp womp.
Oh no.
Fuck! She had plans today. Granted, those plans were nothing, but doing nothing was one of Belle Galora's favorite things to do. Gertruda was also such a fucking drag too, with her constant passive-aggressive remarks. They came so naturally to her that they had to be some kind of passive themselves. Now was not the time to bemoan her fate, though. She needed to impress her this time around, if not to finally get her off her back, and to at the very least get her to not talk as much during the short time she would be visiting. The witch looked around. Fuck, this place was a mess. She had pizza boxes strewn about, her potions were all out of order, and she even had her carved chicken bones mixed up with her order for Chicken Chuck's wings and dings from 4 days ago.
Oh.
Clearly, this was a situation that called for magic. She started casting bring a bunch of brooms and shit to life, but thought better of it. If she brought these things to life, they'd basically instantly unionize and start arguing for her rights, and she did not want to sit through a boring-ass litigation. So she cast Time Stop instead. She had managed to get all the trash into trash bags and banish them to a demiplane of endless trash and refuse that got infinitely recycled and strewn about. It was called Twitter.
Nice.
And then I wrote basketballdunk.gif. Just before the time stop wore off, she finally managed to cast prestidigitation on a robe to dry it off and slip into it. Why didn't she do that in the first place? Clearly, she just wanted the excuse to spend the whole day nude. Keep up.
Duh.
Obviously.
I fully support the spending all day nude objective.
Alright, cool.
That's something I can get behind, for sure.
He says, totally not sitting here nude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally not nude as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just 3 clothed people reading each other's stories.
Yep.
Flaccid too.
That I can't vouch for.
She let out a sigh just as the doorbell to her hut rang. Here we go. Showtime. Well, Belgalora, I made it, despite your directions. Aunt Gertruda was a hag and a witch, and she was also a massive bitch, too. Her high-pitched crowing passed her ancient chapped lips. It was like listening to nails on a chalkboard. Her skin was green and sickly. She was a classic Halloween-style witch, which you probably got from her name, if I'm being honest. Ah, Aunt Gertruda, welcome. I hope you're ready for an unforgettable luncheon. Yeah. At 3 p.m., some would call that an early dinner, but I suppose we don't all have the luxury of having our own schedules, I suppose.
What a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Belgalora wanted nothing more than to explode her aunt with her mind, and then and there, before she even crossed her threshold. But Aunt Gertruda's will saves were pretty good, and she didn't want to lecture on proper psychic attack posture. Nice place you have here, dear. It looks welcoming. You know, I think a couple of bleeding skulls could really deaden the place up a bit. Well, skulls aren't really my style. Gonna go check on the food. One moment. She rolled her eyes and threw open the door to the kitchen with enough force to get her anger out, but not enough to alert her aunt that she was pissed the frick off.
Let me guess, the roast is ruined.
What? No? What? Come on. What? The room was filled with smoke from the oven, and the spellcaster's heart leapt out of her chest. Oh, ye gods, my roast is ruined!
How did I fucking...
Apparently, setting the oven to 4,000 degrees did not allow you to cook the roast 8 times as fast.
Slow and slow, baby.
She had to think fast. She looked out her window and noticed a Balor burger. But what if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking? She chuckled to herself. Oh, delightfully devilish, Belgalora.
I love this.
She cracked open the window to escape her hut when her aunt came in, bursting in like she owned the place. And then I wrote in brackets, please imagine a sitcom jingle here. I'm aiming for a shorter story this go-around and cannot agonize over writing a song parody.
It's fair. It's fair.
All I'm imagining is The Nanny at this point. Probably because I watched it recently, but totally, her aunt has that vibe.
I'm Fran Drescher.
Meanwhile,
in a building. Auntie, just exercising my calves on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Care to join me? The hag narrowed her eyes and pointed to the oven. Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Belgalora? Oh, that isn't smoke, it's steam. Steam from the steamed clamps we're having. She then rubbed her tum-tums. Steamed clams. Aunt Gertruda left without another word, and Belgalora made like a library and booked it to the restaurant across the way. We cut to Belgalora presenting a plethora platter of hamburgers and fries, plated in a platitudinous placement. Why do I try to go for alliteration?
I like it.
Thank you. Auntie, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought we were having steamed clams. Oh, no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call the hamburgers steamed hams. Yep, totally. It's, a provisional dialect. Really? What province? Altoria? Really? Because I had a sabbatical in the frozen norths, and I never heard the phrase steamed hams. Oh, not in the frozen norths, no. It's a burning souths expression. I see.
Duh.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The two managed to eat together in a blissful silence for but a moment before Gertruda opened her mouth again. Belgalora braced herself for another performance. You know, these burgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Bellor Burger. Oh, no. Patent is Belgalora Burgers, old family recipe. 4 steamed hams.
I'm in your family, though. I've never heard of this.
Hey, who's the storyteller here, bucko?
My apologies.
Yes, and you called them steamed hams despite the fact that they are obviously grilled. The witch took the bun off the burger and presented the burger to her. Mysteriously, it had regenerated a piece of burger that she had previously eaten, but the bun did not. Are we supposed to believe that this is some kind of magical, partially regenerating hamburger? Man, I hope someone got fired for that blunder. Belgalora was caught on the back foot and started loudly sweating. She was like a sinner in church, or a saint in an evil church. You know, the one thing she couldn't think of a single goddamn thing. She needed to get out of there. Excuse me for one moment. She got up from her chair. Yes, of course. Belgalora entered her kitchen, and upon noticing that it was currently at this point more fire than kitchen, she promptly made an exit. But she could still save face. She gave out a fake yawn. Ooh, well, that was wonderful. Good time was had by all. I'm pooped. A nice and subtle way of telling her to fuck off. Yes, I should be It was then that the hag noticed the intense light from behind the kitchen door. Evil Lord, what is happening in there? Stick to the plan. No way she could back out now. Elemental confluence? Elemental confluence! The witch interrogated, something that Belgalora hasn't done in a while. At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the province, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes, Belgalora said confidently. May I see it? No, she said flatly. As awesome as it was to see her burn to death, she'd rather not have to look at her anymore. Belgalora led her out of the house nonchalantly as the flames continued to eat more and more of the house. Well, Belgalora, you're an odd niece, but I must say, you steam a good ham. Belgalora's eyes widened. Really? No, you stupid little girl, she spat out. Great, here it comes. Do you take me for some kind of fucking fool? I had Bellor Burger for lunch because someone couldn't be danged to wake up at a reasonable hour. Old family recipe? I'm your aunt. You honestly think I wouldn't know that shit?
Nice.
I would ask you why you haven't joined a coven, but that's pretty self-evident. You can't even complete the simplest stuff. Oh, would you just shut the frack ding dang fuck up? The hag was taken aback at the sudden outburst. The reason why I haven't joined a coven yet is because I don't know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to be a witch. What I do know is that I don't want to be anything like you. You're ugly, you're a passive-aggressive bitch, nothing is ever good enough for you, and you blew up my mom. Which, yeah, I'm still pretty missed about. Watch your tone, girl. Yeah? Well, watch this. Anvil spell! Magical dark purple and ice blue runes burst from Belgalora, encircling around her feet and snaking their way up her arm. They shot from her fingertips, coalescing into a giant cartoon anvil right above the hag's head. Although it was no house by any stretch, it did the job.
You can always solve things Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. Gertruda's feet stuck straight up as she was pancaked into a Yamcha crater. Kill a witch, get her shoes. Them's the rules. Belgalora said to herself. The shoes that she was wearing were pretty good too. No chintzy, gaudy-ass ruby slippers, but genuine, uncreased Air Jorktons.
Oh shit!
Bitchin'.
In a Quagmire?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She was playing Witch Cabal.
Although the sport of basketball was banned in Jatzel due to the high potential for destruction, Belgalora could still sell these on the black market for a pretty penny. She could buy a train ticket and start over somewhere new, somewhere that wasn't the muggy Quagmire she hated. She was finally free to live her own life, on her own terms, and all it took was second-degree murder.
And setting her house on fire.
That's not a big deal.
She turned her attention to the burning hut. She stared as the flames gnawed at the infrastructure. She contemplated letting it all burn down. She'd be reborn from the ashes like the mighty phoenix, renewed in a newfound flame and passion for life. Then she snapped herself out of it with a sudden thought. Ah, fuck, my porn! She quickly ran inside to put out the fire. Finn.
Appropriate priorities.
Oh, that was...
Post-credits.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
When will you learn? It's just been revoked. Miss Collateral, maximum danger signature 6-shot revolver rang out with a bang as the bullet lodged itself into Scorpio Rivero's head. He fell from the ship into the Orkson, and the new Ork Harbor was not the kind of place he wanted to take a casual dip, and now he was friends with benefits to the fishes. In hell! Maximum Danger holstered his gun with a cool guy-style gunslinger flourish. "We did it, Danger!" exclaimed Orksky, clambering from behind a chest-side wall.
Oh, Orksky.
"Now we can get that coffee maker for sure!" "What in the goddamn?" shouted the commissioner as he made his way through the veritable ocean of cops. You two knuckle fucking frickwits just shot a Dracokin ambassador! You just set back relations with the Dragon Realm for a good couple of centuries! You two are going to Ultra Prison! Or getting suspended for 2 weeks with pay. We'll see what the Union can do. The two officers looked at each other, then directly at the camera. Damn, looks like we won't be in the Jatsaborn Chronicles Gaiden 3, Orksky said with a wink. Finn.
All elf cops are bastards.
And orc cops, too.
Well, they're type elf.
Yeah, okay.
I love how they did all of that, like, off camera, just for a fucking coffee maker for the office.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Maximum Danger, next time I write about him, is going to learn about civil asset forfeiture, where you can just mug people.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the appropriate description of that.
That was a brilliant tale about a witch who just wanted to sit home and masturbate, but had to entertain guests in a steamed ham style. It's just word for word, the same fucking thing.
I mean, ideally she would have a lady friend over, but,
ideally, yeah, obviously.
But, yeah, no.
We can all sympathize with unionized appliances.
Yeah, and Belgalora is actually going to be the narrator for the Jatselborn Chronicle, which is going to be my lore book about my setting for people that give a shit.
All right, there we go. The lore compendium is coming soon.
Yeah, and you can buy it for a cool, give me some ghost dollars or whatever.
Ghost dollars.
Yeah, 400 Equestria bucks.
Equestria bucks, yeah. I've got a couple of those saved
The
up.
currency exchange is terrible, though.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yes.
Chris, I believe you called last.
I did call last, so I'm gonna share my screen because I'm gonna need a little help with this one.
Oh.
Oh, yes, of course.
need a little help with characters and such. This story I've written is titled Detroit Become Ant, starring Ace D Wizard as the boy.
Ooh.
Specifically.
Oh boy.
And for those who have tuned into the Wizard Hang Halloween special back on Halloween, may recall the plot is quite similar to something we discussed there.
Oh yeah, Upper Deckers, right?
Of course. Our story begins in a random field in the suburbs of upstate New York. The birds were singing, the grass was growing slowly, and the skies above were a bright, clear cyan blue. We pan into an establishing shot of a bespectacled Poindexter of a boy, kneeling and hunched over an anthill, magnifying glass in hand. This was Charlie, and his defining trait was that he fucking loved ants. So much so that he chose to spend his summer afternoons in this here random field, watching the little buggers skitter and scatter about in search of sustenance for the colony. Every now and then he would drop a jelly bean just outside the anthill's opening. He'd then marvel in awe as a dozen ants rushed out of their hill to hoist the thing up and bring it inside. Charlie always wondered what it would be like inside of an anthill. He imagined a bougie little suburb much like the one he had grown up in, complete with miniature 2-story houses with little swimming pools out back, ant-sized automobile-dependent infrastructure, shopping centers, and an Aunt J. Simpson middle school for all the larvae to congregate and learn how to be ants.
That was ant-adjacent to the middle school.
And somewhere inside that little anthill, perchance there was a bespectacled ant sitting in the dirt with a magnifying glass of his own, watching in awe as a colony of amoebas did their thing as well. Perchance. So enraptured was Charlie with these ants that he didn't even notice his friends enter the scene, at least until one of them tapped him roughly on the shoulder. And lo, there they stood, looming above the kneeling Charlie with bright smiles spread across their faces. Here, Werewolf, you want to be the kids?
Yeah. How are your ants today, Charlie?
Busy as ever. I love watching them. They're my little friends.
Did you hear? Next month, this land will be flooded and become a quagmire.
Oh no! My ants! I've got to warn them!
The boy proceeded to cup his hands around his mouth and scream down at the indifferent little insects, all while they continued about their ant duties undeterred.
Listen to me, little friends. You're in big trouble. We've got to move to higher ground.
The ants did not heed this warning because they were fucking ants. So Charlie balled his fists and beat the earth in frustration, flattening a few ants as he did so. Then he opened his mouth so wide that his entire head seemed to stretch in size to accommodate, as his verbal/physical assault on these ants continued.
I'm trying to save you. How can I make you see? You're all gonna die!
Charlie, they can't understand you. The only way you could warn them is to become an ant yourself.
Become an ant, you say?
Would you be willing to give up everything you have for them? Be hatched, grow 6 legs, and live under dirt? You'd really have to love those ants to do that, Charlie.
The boy gazed down ponderously at that unassuming anthill as Sarah proceeded. The girl's name's Sarah, by the way.
Let's say you tried to warn them and they didn't believe you. Then they'd be mad at you for telling them they were doomed. They would probably kill you. Would you be willing to give your life for those ants, Charlie?
After a moment or two of stilted silence, Charlie adjusted his glasses in such a way that the lenses both flashed with a bright white glow.
Boing!
As a resolved smirk crept its way along his visage.
I'll do it. I'll Detroit become ant for them. Thanks, Sarah.
It just clicked to me, that title. Okay. I mean, that's not what I was going for, but...
Cut 2. The boy pulled up to a nondescript white house and dropped his bicycle unceremoniously in the neatly manicured front lawn. Then he leapt up the concrete porch steps and rang the doorbell repeatedly while screaming bloody murder.
Uncle Dr. Lask! Uncle Dr. Lask! It's me, Charlie! Let me in! It's an emergency!
Ah, Charlie, my boy! Look how big you've gotten! Come here, give your Uncle Dr. Lask a hug! Huh, you seem even more manic than usual. What's the matter?
Well, I was wondering, could you Detroit... Wait, no, fuck, that doesn't work. Could you turn me into an ant?
An ant, you say? Sure, I reckon I could do that pretty easily with my handy-dandy Brain-O-Matic TM device. But why would you want to go and do something so foolish?
My ants are in trouble. It's the only way to save them from a watery grave. Please, Uncle Dr. Lask, you gotta help me, or I won't know what I'll do.
Calm down, my boy. Everything is gonna be just fine. Now why don't you step inside and explain what's going on? Your Aunt Marcella just baked some fresh chocolate chip cookies, just the way you like them.
My inclusion in this story covers one of the prompts.
Sure it does, honey. One exposition later.
And that about covers it.
I see. You seem pretty resolute about all this, Charlie, but I can't just turn you into an ant without your parents' permission.
That's okay, Uncle Dr. Lask. They're cool with it.
He lied.
See, I got them to sign this permission slip and everything.
The boy handed Dr. Lask a slip of paper with the words, "Please turn our son into an ant," signed Mom and Dad, written in crayon.
Checks out.
Well, everything seems to be in order then. Okay, champ, let's turn you into a motherfucking ant! For science!
Yippee!
After an unforgettable luncheon of cookies and milk, the boy escorted the good doctor back to the anthill in question. The sun was a tad lower in the sky now, such that it cast super-de-duper long shadows in the grass where the pair presently stood. Charlie, my boy, are you sure you want to go through with this? He asked, removing the Brain-O-Matic TM device from its case. Once you Detroit become ant, there is no coming back.
I've made my decision, Uncle Dr. Lask. This is my divine purpose. I shall become Ant Jesus and deliver these ants from evil, or else my name isn't Charlie D. Orkmeyer, parentheses, no relation, close parentheses.
Very well. You are a greater man than I, Charlie. The good doctor placed the Brain-O-Matic TM device on Charlie's head, switched a lever to the ant setting, and pressed a big red button on the device's remote control. Good luck down there, buddy. I love you.
I love you too, Uncle Dr. Lask. Now beam me down. It's time I fulfill my destiny.
The good doctor pressed one final button, conveniently labeled Detroit Become Ant, and lo, the device begun whirring and emitting neon blue sparks. Charlie's hair began to stand on end.
Whoa!
As he was blasted with 6.9 kilojoules of electricity straight to the brainstem. The boy wailed in pain as Dr. Lask's device used AI ant tracking technology to locate the coordinates of the nearest ant and fired Charlie's consciousness into it.
Ba-choo!
Ba-choo! And lo, the deed was done. Dr. Lask had successfully transferred his nephew's mind into an ant. Presently, he stood above the boy's smoldering body and was suddenly struck with quite the severe pang of regret for going through with Charlie's idea. He pulled out the permission slip the boy had given him, and upon further inspection, he noticed the math worksheet printed on the other side of it.
Still checks out to me.
Well, looks like I've gotten myself into a real quagmire this time.
Ding!
But what if I were to put the ant's mind into Charlie's body and teach him how to be a boy? Oh, delightfully devilish, Dr. Lask. Meanwhile, at the local Waffle House establishment, Charlie's parents were presently attending a fundraiser for presidential hopeful Leroy M. Bungus when they received a rather cryptic string of text messages from their brother-in-law, Dr. Lask. 6:09 p.m. Nothing is wrong with Charlie.
That's always a text message that absolutely assures you that everything is fine. Just out of the blue, sending that.
I'm with him now. Taking him to secret lab. Don't wait up. 6:11 p.m. Texting while driving is fun. 6:17 p.m. Just got pulled over for texting whilst driving. Sad face. TTYL XOXO. 6:40 p.m. Made it to the lab. Charlie is a good boy. He had his seatbelt on the whole time, I swear. 6:41 p.m. Gonna stick his head in a thingabob of some sort tonight. Hopefully I can make him normal again. 6:42 p.m. Hey Siri, how do I delete a text if it's already delivered? They can't find out about the horrible things I've done to their only son. Wait, don't write that down. What the frick? What the heck? 6:52 p.m. Disregard all that. I just dropped my phone on the ground and one of my lab rats skittered across the keys. Charlie is fine, capital D.
Checks out to me.
I like that Dr. Lask uses emoticons.
Double meanwhile, in Dr. Lask's secret lab. Well, Aunt Charlie, now that your parents are thoroughly convinced by my ruse, we can start the rehabilitation process.
Ant!
Yes, you were an ant, but now you have been blessed with a chance to ascend into a being far more powerful than you could ever imagine. Do you understand, Aunt Charlie? The implications, the possibilities.
Ant!
Ugh, this might take a while. One while later. Eureka! Aunt Charlie, my boy, you never cease to amaze me. That's the third game of chess in a row where you've positively trounced me.
Ant.
We still need to work on your social skills, but I must say I am impressed. You're a natural at math and chess and just about everything else I've tossed at you so far.
Ant.
Here, have some sugar water. The good doctor handed a small paper cup to the Ant Boy Wonder in his midst. And let me tell you, Aunt Charlie drank that shit up faster than a super soaker in the reverse direction. Don't worry, Charlie, my boy. I will put you back together. So help me, Aunt Jesus. Speaking of, I do wonder how my little messiah is adjusting to life as an ant. Triple, meanwhile, inside the anthill.
Hello, my fellow ants. It is I, your future Lord and Savior, Charlie D. Orkmeyer, parentheses, no relation, close parentheses. I come from the realm of man, bearing dire news about our colony. In 1 month's time, this land shall be flooded and become a quagmire. A watery doom awaits us all unless you move to higher ground now. Come with me if you want to live. Together we can build a new anthill, one with blackjack and hookers.
Shut up!
Why must you reject my message? You only hate me because I speak the truth. But I have a very special guest here to speak on my behalf as well. You know him. You love him. Give it up for my good friend Judas, the guy that will never betray me.
This ant is a liar and a domestic terror ant.
Judas, what the heck, man? I thought we were friends.
Dude, my name is literally Judas. If you didn't see this coming from a fortnight away, then I don't know what to say to you right now.
Caesar, boys!
Right!
Wait, no, please, I'm your messiah. You can't do this to me.
Let's get this son of an ant out of here. Clearly he does not belong in this colony.
Oh, no!
And lo, Charlie the ant was nailed to a cross with 3 horizontal bars on it instead of 1, as to better accommodate the ant's 6-legged anatomy.
Well, this sure is one quagmire I've gotten myself into.
And he, Charlie, unaware that his beloved uncle had made that very same joke some pages earlier, died a slow, agonizing death via dehydration, perished with a smile on his ant face, for he went out believing that he had come up with the most original joke in the whole story.
It is done.
Finn.
Hey,
Werewolf, you want to describe what you're looking at right now?
I'm looking at an incredible, elaborate piece of art drawn in MS Word, in which an ant with Kevin's astonished, glasses face
Who the
is
fuck
screaming.
is Kevin?
It's Charlie.
Charlie, sorry. Yeah.
Charlie from the chicktracks.com. It's just an ant fucking dying on a cross, but with a boy's face on.
Yeah, I forgot to describe that. He's nailed to the 3-pronged crucifix. Yeah, and Finn is written above it.
Be my religion. Be my religion.
that's my story. That's my tale. Detroit Become Ant.
Oh, that was a good one.
Amazing.
Glad you guys liked it.
Absolutely amazing. Oh my god, you killed me with that title. I love that.
Yeah.
I'll Detroit become Ant for them. Meanwhile, the fucking girl was about to tell him about Jesus or some shit. She was trying to turn it into a lesson about religion.
I had,
Well,
like, it's not a game I've played, so I didn't immediately make that connection until halfway through the story when you dropped it out of Charlie's mouth, and I was like, oh my god.
Charlie, once you Detroit become Ant, there's no going back.
yeah.
Totally makes sense as a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Charlie learned.
Yeah, no, he did. He became their messiah.
Yeah.
He failed utterly in his quest. They immediately fucking Aunt Judas betrayed him.
Who could have seen that coming? Maybe if he was named like Fantasy Aunt Judas, he would have saw it coming.
That would have been fine. Yeah, that would have been.
I would have tipped him off.
I think Charlie canonically is a fan of the Jatzelborn Chronicles, so he would have saw that coming.
Yeah.
Charlie D. Orkmeyer, no relation.
And now we have another wonderfully monosyllabic character.
Yeah. When I was writing this story, and I wrote when I wrote that his name he had to have a surname, obviously.
Right.
And then I was like, what if his middle initial is D? And then just thinking about your name, and then I was like, oh, what if his last name's Orkmeyer? Just to really sell the point.
It was the role I was born to play.
Like literally.
I fulfilled my destiny, unlike Charlie himself. I can take a log walk off a short pier now. Thank you. I'm released.
Yeah, there you go. You're free. Looks like I've gotten myself into a real quagmire this time.
That's not even a joke. That's not even a pun. It means nothing. You just said it like it was a joke, which made it hilarious.
Thank you. That's most of my jokes.
Yeah. Amazing.
Thank you very much.
That was excellent. Thank you for sharing with us.
I'm still looking at this picture of Charlie the Ant fucking nailed to the cross.
I love the
That's
three-pronged
a good
cross. That's dope.
Yeah, no, that is a good one for real.
It makes so much sense because they have 6 legs. Like what? How else would it be?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would be able to probably shimmy your way out of it if you
exactly
didn't do anything with the other ones.
I think you fulfilled the prompt in 4 ways, because you had an aunt and an ant.
Yeah, I did. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And a Quagmire was in there, referenced several times, and the fundraiser,
Right.
as we all know, was the secret mystery prompt.
And by that you mean the totally clearly stated prompt that everyone was supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
you had to, Ace, your story, they raised funds for the coffee maker, technically.
yeah, but by selling illicit drugs to impoverished neighborhoods.
Exactly. That's what all good cops do.
Yeah, exactly. No, I actually came up with a sequel in my mind called Shrouding Day.
Oh my God.
So, look out for that one.
Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to say was by adding aunt and aunt as prompts, you committed an antception.
Oh, there we go. Well, how about we do a conception?
Well, Breglock, this child ain't gonna conceive itself.
Oh boy!
Yippee!
Yippee!
Well, Gregor, this child ain't gonna conceive itself.
Yippee!